Hello and welcome to the Crypto Jungle. My name is Baloo the Bear, and here on the channel I keep crypto simple. We look at the price in the context of volume using the Wyckoff method. If that is something that interests you, then why don't you hit the subscription button below or follow me on Twitch. Man, sorry for the delay. Just in a new spot, in a new country, finally made it back over to the United States. So just setting up the stream room and couldn't get things to work, couldn't get things to sync right away. But anyways, that's that. Let's talk about Bitcoin. I want to take a look at Bitcoin. I want to take, if we just turn on the TD sequential here, we can see that we got a green 2. That is typically a buy signal, and a buy signal on the monthly is usually a pretty powerful signal. No pink room, pink-ish. So yeah, let's drop down to the smaller time frames and get into a little bit more resolution here. Okay, so we're working on this backup phase. We have our sign of strength. We're working on this little pennant here. Pennant has broken on the 4 hour. If we drop down to the 4 hour, you can see a little bit of a breakout here. Now that breakout came on really low volume and low commitment and was unable to break out the local high. So as it stands right now, it's kind of in stasis. It's in static mode. There's no real conviction on the smaller time frames one way or the other, but I do think that if we do resolve to the upside, meaning that we break out this high at around 63.6, then we will probably get a follow through and break the local high, which is now the new all-time high, which would be a fantastic signal for the rest of the market and rest of the altcoins. A bit of a slowdown as we reach the 40% resistance for the altcoin market. Any YouTuber to say, hey, we're in altcoin season, it'll be painfully obvious that we are in alt. It's kind of a shock to me that SushiSwap is below Uniswap just because of the functionality of the protocol, the adoption of other blockchains, and now with a potential NFT marketplace coming down the pipe, it's severely undervalued in my opinion. But we have the market participants deciding on what is valuable in this market. And speaking of what the market participants find valuable, let's take a look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin, inside of its consolidation, we did get a nice sign of strength move breaking through that, but that resulted in an upthrust. We had the market react to the downside on this one, so it pushed us back inside of the channel. A ton of supply came out on Dogecoin on this one, so it looks like there was some whales wanting to offload their bags. If we can continue to the upside and break out some of these highs, the high that I would like to see broken is right around 35. So if you can get a daily commitment above the 35-cent level, then we have the bull case of a continuation inside of Dogecoin. But Dogecoin is certainly not performing as well as Shiba Inu. So Shiba Inu's got a ton of hype, and the fact that Doge had an incredible run, and then if we do get a continuation of the bull market, I wouldn't be surprised to see this one continue up to higher levels. Okay, let's take a moment to catch up with the chat before I dive into this considered financial advice. And if you're getting your financial advice from random internet YouTubers in the first place to make your portfolio decisions, then get help. Because that's not a good idea. But SafeMoon. So SafeMoon was one of those ones that got a lot of hype in the last altcoin season. So, Doge kind of kicked off the last altcoin season. Maybe Shiba Inu is kicking off this altcoin season. So we can pay attention. It is already up over 100% since all of the meme coin mania. But it is consolidating. It will continue to rally off of that momentum. But these are all projects that I really dislike from a fundamental standpoint, but hey, don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. Understand that there's momentum, and the market participants are clueless. Most of the market participants don't understand what crypto is. They don't have a crypto wallet, and they just buy memes on Robinhood. So understanding those forces in the market can be advantageous. Okay, take a look at Link, Raged Yeti, Shake It, poor connection. Yeah, I'll work out the kinks. It'll be better next stream. So my apologies for that. We'll get a better. There was another coin that I wanted to take a look at. That is DOT and Solana. So I don't really know. I'm going to have to do the research, but I know there's a lot of buzz and there's a lot of hype inside of Polkadot right now. And we're seeing that inside of the price action as well. So if we can get a clean break above, I would assume higher levels and a continuation of the all-time high break and into blue sky breakout territory, so that would be very good for Polkadot. A lot of the Polkadot holders have been waiting for a long time for these kind of moves to play out, so hopefully we can get some nice moves to the upside with Polkadot. Now Solana is not one that has left a lot of its participants wanting more. Solana's been an incredible performer this cycle, and it's still consolidating, kind of. It looks like it wants to break bullish. With this one, I think we'll get a kind of in the higher end of the RSI, which is we actually have the scaling solutions applied to Ethereum. This is the trade-off you get with kind of a more centralized model. But yeah, no, it's offering a lot of value, and there's a lot of participants that really like the Solana ecosystem. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the requests in the chat here. Hi Blue, what do you think of VRA? I had a look on Etherscan and there's no contract. So in these types of situations where you kind of feel as though you've missed it, you can take a position and have a plan to add to the position at higher levels and have a plan to add to the position at lower levels as well. So, you know, you got to play the outcomes and give in to the fact that there's going to be at Compound. Compound is a really solid governance token inside of Ethereum DeFi. It is a lending market. Let's take a look at the Compound token. $364, kind of an Adam and Eve pattern here. I don't know, I don't play patterns too much, so if I'm incorrect on calling it an Adam and Eve, don't sue me, but you know, now room to handling. Honestly, for me, I'm really not interested in this kind of stuff. There's so many coins out there. If it's trying to be its own blockchain, you know, I'm looking here, wallets, don't care, white paper, don't care, community, don't care, pools. Let's take a look at the pools. Okay, so this is for the mining pools, don't care. There's no kind of economy here. There's no lending and borrowing market. There's no decentralized exchange market. It doesn't seem to be a smart contract platform. It doesn't do the things that I'm in crypto for, so for me it's a pass. Let's take a look at the coin though, so you can see if there's a trade at least, because again, most market participants don't really care, or so until we can break through this resistance, it's not going anywhere. So it's similar kind of structure, but you know, you got kind of an inverse head and shoulders type pattern here. If we can break out of that, thing like this is, I know that it's profitable for miners. If you're a miner, go for it, but that's about it. Not too interested. Any opinion on KDA? It's been exploding lately. Well, if it's been exploding lately, you're too fucking late. That's what I can say. You buy when things are sideways, you don't buy when they are vertical. We're pretty vertical here. Bit of a consolidation. KDA, what is the, it's on Cosmos, okay. KDA. Moving up. I like this consolidation actually. You know, we're in a pretty clear uptrend here. So if this consolidation does resolve bullish, you'll likely get a continuation. Is this a coin that I'm buying? No. Don't know what it does. Haven't heard of it. Not really too fussed. Don't really care. But 25 cents, $8.30, something like that. Continuation is on your friend. Continuation is the likely outcome. Let's take a look at Kadena.io. Take a look at the project's claim to fame. Build the future on Kadena. Built without compromise, safer smart contracts, no cost transactions, energy efficient at scale. No cost transactions is kind of interesting to me. I typically think that that's a bad thing. You know, everybody hates Ethereum gas fees, and I get it. They're really, really expensive, but term commitment for me. So cheap, and it's for that security. And that's gonna come in the cost of gas transaction fees. We're gonna get them cheaper, but it still is required. Proven security, I don't know. Yeah, you know, we'll have to take a look at the ecosystem. What is the trading volume on this? 24-hour trading volume is $23 million, not a ton. Build. Yeah, I don't know. Meh. There's too much stuff out there. Hey Blue, are you buying into the Polkadot ecosystem tokens? I feel like it is inside of Ethereum as well as some Solana. So that's where my kind of DeFi exposure is mostly. But I don't think you're too late to Polkadot. I don't think you're late. What upside for the market to remain bullish? So Bitcoin dominance is, nothing moves first with that relative. Nothing moves first with that chart. That if Bitcoin's consolidating, it will affect the Bitcoin dominance chart if alts are rallying or declining. It's just a ratio, so it moves in real time, and there's no real precursor to any information. You can't get any intel from that. It's just a chart that you use to monitor the progress. It's not super actionable in terms of, hey, Bitcoin dominance is going down with that chart. Typically, the environment will be bullish for altcoins. Yeah, I don't really look at what pumps first or anything like that. Picture of a spaceship. Any opinion on KDA? Okay, yeah. Monthly bullish divergence on Litecoin isn't that strong. I don't give a fuck about Litecoin. I think that Litecoin is dumb. It's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Litecoin. Litecoin is Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin fork. I don't care about any Bitcoin fork, fundamentally speaking. But let's take a look at Litecoin anyways. The 2017 rally have kind of gotten above their all-time high. It's certainly a laggard, especially when you compare it to Bitcoin. It's just, you shouldn't be holding Litecoin. Basically, if you're a long-term hodler of Litecoin, you've lost overall considerably compared to Bitcoin. This chart just keeps going down and down and down and down. So, for all the Litecoin hodlers out there, you can't argue with the charts. These are the facts in the charts. It's been better for you to hold Bitcoin over Litecoin. It's just a Bitcoin testnet. The whole notion, silver to Bitcoin's gold, makes no sense to me. The whole reason we used silver as a currency back in the day was so that you didn't have to, gold was harder to get into smaller pieces. Bitcoin is infinitely divisible. It goes down to Satoshis, which is one millionth of a Bitcoin. 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. Be hyped doesn't mean that there's not going to be people willing to. It's not something that I'm really going to mess with too much. Smart con. Okay. Founders, join the community. About. Founders. JP Morgan's emerging blockchain group. Tech leader for the SEE cryptocurrency steering committee. Yeah, I don't know. Meet the team. Oh fuck. JP Morgan, the SEE. Apple, Microsoft, Disney. Yeah, okay. I mean, Bitcoin? How's Bitcoin a team? ADA? It's only on Bittrex and KuCoin. I don't know. I'd be worried about dumps. I'd be worried about token supply. You're going to want to take a look at the block explorer, see where the holders are. Let's see. Let's actually go to the... I don't even know what's going on here. So it's its own blockchain. Yeah, I don't know. They might do something interesting with it, but if you know something I don't, go for it. Not something that I'm really interested in. The volume's too low. Don't really care. It's already mooned. Just want to thank you for your quality crypto content, the quality of your video edits. I don't do edits. Explanations, and are really above the competition. I think your channel and brand are underrated. CH Bing Bong. That's a new exchange. New to me, anyways. A little bit of a bull flag, consolidating a little bit. Let's take a look at the volume. Volume is moderate. We are looking at Bitfinex. Let's go to the daily. We want to get a break above So kind of a continuation up. What is this, Chili's? CHZ? No, this isn't Chili's. Is it Chili's? I don't know. Are you taking any trades on the BTC pair? I take trades on the pair that is in the ecosystem. So if I'm going to take a DeFi play inside of Ethereum, I will be using the Rapid Ethereum pair. If I'm going to be taking a play where I'm going to be selling some of my Bitcoin, I'm going to be monitoring on the Bitcoin pair. Whatever trade that I think are just overvalued compared to their competitors. And Cardano is one of those ones that is overvalued compared to its competitors. So it's important for you to understand smart contract platforms. What do they do? What are they for? What a smart contract platform is for replacing some of the financial services that the traditional banks offer. The most common or the most profitable area for you to be involved in DeFi is in the lending markets and in the market making markets. So they take a loan. The ecosystem for Cardano is really kind of, it's not developed. It's not developed anywhere near as good as Ethereum, Solana, or even Binance shitchain. You know, it's got a lot of work to do. I'm not saying that they can't do it, and I'm not saying that they're not determined to get above Avalanche even. It has no right to be above, well, it's not above BNB. I would say Polygon is far better than Cardano. So there's a lot of projects out there that are offering more of a service and have more user adoption than Cardano. Will flow pump during November? I think November has a lot of probability to be a pretty good month overall in crypto. Let's finish up my thought on Cardano here. So we're really struggling to kind of stay inside of this range here on Cardano. Cardano needs to get above here. We need to get back in this kind of range. We need to get above $2. If Cardano can't get above $2, honestly, there's a dump coming, and that's going to be wild. I think the market is bullish enough right now that that will not happen. I just don't see how that could happen in the current market conditions where you can get a dump. But this is an ugly chart. This is a really yucky, dumpy looking chart. And yeah, I don't know what kind of news or fodder could influence what's going on with Cardano here, but this is a really shitty looking chart. Let's throw on the volume here. Yeah, a lot of supply coming in. It's the volume's only coming in to put down. It's likely to come back down to $1.50, which would be yucky. And I don't see how that could be possible in the current market conditions. We would have to flip bearish market wide for that to occur. Do you think Cardano will get affected when Tether gets exposed? More than 50% of Cardano pair is Tether. I think if you know, the bull market certainly will be over if that happens. We'll go back into a multi-year bear market that will take quite a lot of time. It's the whole crypto market cap is kind of using Tether as a base. It's included in a ton of DeFi. It would just put a panic through the market, probably a panic that wouldn't be able to be shaken. It would stop yield for a lot of DeFi liquidity farmers. It would stop a lot. It would halt a lot of activity inside of crypto as a whole. And that would require a multi-year bear market to repair. So if you're really worried about Tether, I mean, it would take place if Tether was to unwind. Okay, we'll flow. Yeah, let's take a look at flow. Don't know what flow does. Well, it's been in a downtrend since it was launched on FTX. Where else is flow? It's on Tether or Binance. It's ugly. Why do you want to look at flow? It looks like shit. Flow.com. .com. Oh God, what is going on here? What is this? Active projects, that's not a link. I can't look at it. 5,000 developers building on Flow. Is it its own block? It's its own blockchain? NFTs, Explorers, Big Dipper, Flow Scan. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'm not a fan of new blockchains. We have them. They're good. We're developing, we're making them better. You know, you don't need like a coin for every single one because you got to follow the liquidity. Where's the most liquidity inside of DeFi? It's in ETH. Like, what are you going to do as a project? CRV doing really well. Is Jasmine on there? I don't know. Flow is the people behind NBA Top Shots. Okay. It's too many coins. Too many coins. Gods Unchained recently listed on FTX. Then that means the people that got in early have an opportunity to sell. Gods Unchained. I've looked at this one a few times, never been super impressed. It's kind of a flashy website. Let's take a look at the price structure. Price structure overall, pretty low. You know, if there's certainly no hype going on here. Interesting. So even an FTX listing didn't really do much. Let's go take a look at it on. Let's take a look at it on TradingView. Started out as a pancake shitcoin. Okay, and it's just been dumping since listed on FTX. Let's try that again. Brand new. I mean, there's nothing to go off of. There's nothing for me to do. There's no thesis to build. What you're going to do is just take a venture capital position. When you're taking a venture capital position, what you do is you take the amount that you're willing to lose, your stop loss amount, and you put it in. And that's it. One of the easier trades to do. Fundamentally, you know, you're gonna have to do your own research on that. It's not one that I'm looking at, not one that I'm wanting to become a participant in. But hey, you know, if you know something I don't, go for it. Jasmine pumped 50% today. The old CEOs of Sony, 50%. Very cool. Jasmine. Okay, I'll take a look at this one and then I'm out of here. I gotta get into the virtual classroom. If you guys want to join the Traders Academy, follow the links below, sign up for VIP. We'll get you signed up in the new group today. Watching the market, picking the coins that have a good amount of trading volume and some good momentum as well. I have an FTX and we'll get you in the group today. Let's take a look at Jasmine coin. Pumping. Again, these are all brand new. There's not much and that's it. The day of the launch. Let's see what's going on Coinbase. Yeah, it's brand new.